Yo, what's up everybody? It's Your Name, and we're back with another video. Have you ever dreamt about winning the lottery? I mean, who hasn't, right? Imagine just like that, millions of dollars, no more worries. You could buy that dream car, that huge mansion, anything you've ever wanted. Winning the lottery is practically synonymous with living the dream. But is it always a dream come true? We've all heard those crazy stories, the guy who won big and blew it all on fast cars and mansions, or the family torn apart by their newfound fortune. The truth is, the lottery can be a life-changing event, but not always in the way you'd expect. In this video, we're diving deep into some of the craziest lottery wins and losses of all time. Get ready for some insane stories, shocking twists, and maybe even a cautionary tale or two. Let's do this. First up, we have Mavis Wansink, and let me tell you, this woman hit the jackpot. We're talking a whopping $758.7 million Powerball win back in 2017. Mavis was a regular working woman from Massachusetts when she bought her lucky ticket. Can you imagine checking those numbers and realizing you just won almost $1 billion? Mavis chose to take the lump sum payment, which after taxes came out to a cool $480 million. She quit her job at the hospital, which, let's be honest, I think we all would do in that situation. But the best part, she set up a foundation to help others. Now that's what I call winning the right way. Now this next story is a wild ride, and it's a sad reminder that money doesn't always buy happiness. Meet Jack Whitaker, a West Virginia businessman who seemed to have it all when he won a massive $315 million Powerball jackpot in 2002. Initially, things seemed great. Jack donated generously to charities, bought gifts for friends and family, and even started his own foundation. But then the trouble started. He became a target for lawsuits, was robbed multiple times, and faced constant pleas for money from strangers and even family members. The saddest part, Jack's life took a tragic turn. He lost his daughter and granddaughter within a few years, and he openly admitted that the lottery win brought more sorrow than joy. Jack's story is a stark reminder that even with all the money in the world, life can throw some devastating curveballs. The lottery can be a double-edged sword. Let's switch gears to a more positive story, shall we? Meet Gloria McKenzie, the Florida woman who won a gigantic $590.5 million Powerball jackpot in 2013. Now here's the thing about Gloria, she's the queen of keeping it low-key. After her win, she chose to remain anonymous for as long as possible, and even when her name was released, she stayed out of the public eye. She took the lump sum payment, which after taxes was a cool $370.8 million. She bought a nice house, but beyond that, she's kept her life pretty private. Sometimes the best way to enjoy a massive fortune is to just live your life and not let the money define you. Gloria, you're an inspiration. Alright guys, this next story is a real heartbreaker. It's about William Bud Post, a man who won $16.2 million in the Pennsylvania lottery back in 1988. Before his win, Bud was struggling financially, but when he hit the jackpot, he thought all his problems were solved. He went on a spending spree, buying cars, a plane, even a restaurant. But Bud didn't realize how quickly money can disappear when you're not careful. He made some bad investments, loaned money to family and friends that he never got back, and even had to fight off a lawsuit from his own girlfriend. Within a year, he was in debt and eventually filed for bankruptcy. Bud's story is a reminder that winning the lottery isn't a golden ticket to a stress-free life. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next story is about a man who seemed to have cracked the lottery code. Meet Richard Lustig, a 7-time lottery winner who claims to have a system for picking winning numbers. Over the years, Lustig won prizes ranging from a few $1,000s to over $842,000. He even wrote a book about his supposed winning strategies, which of course flew off the shelves. Whether you believe in his methods or not, you have to admit, winning that many times is pretty remarkable. Lustig's story sparked a debate about whether winning the lottery is purely luck or if there's a skill to it. He always said that it takes research, strategy, and a bit of luck. Whatever the secret is, Lustig seemed to have tapped into something special. Oh, okay, we've all heard the saying, lightning never strikes twice, but what about winning the lottery twice? It sounds almost impossible, but for Evelyn Adams it was a reality. This New Jersey native defied the odds and won the lottery not once but twice in the mid-1980s. Her winnings totaled $5.4 million, which back then was a life-altering sum. You'd think with that kind of luck she'd be set for life, right? Well, sadly that wasn't the case. Evelyn's story took a downturn as she struggled to manage her newfound wealth. She reportedly spent her winnings on gifts for family and friends, gambling, and unfortunately some bad investments. Eventually her fortune dwindled, and she ended up living in a trailer park. Evelyn's story is a reminder that even winning the lottery multiple times doesn't guarantee a happily ever after. Get ready for a wild ride with this next story, folks. It's about Michael Carroll, a British man who went from rags to riches and back to rags again. Michael was a garbage collector when he won a life-changing £9.7 million, about $15 million, on the UK National Lottery in 2002 at the young age of 19. But instead of investing wisely or living a more modest life, Michael became known as the Lotto Lout for his extravagant spending habits. He bought a fleet of luxury cars, threw lavish parties, and even built a stock car racing track in his backyard. By 2013, just over a decade after his win, Michael had spent his entire fortune and was back to working as a garbage collector. His story is a classic example of how quickly money can vanish when you don't manage it responsibly. Now, this next story is about a man who went from down on his luck to riding high on a wave of lottery winnings. Meet James Groves, a man who was laid off from his job at a paper mill in Illinois. Losing your job is never easy, and for James it was a tough time. But sometimes, when one door closes, another opens, and for James, that open door came in the form of a winning lottery ticket. Just 2 weeks after losing his job, James bought a lottery ticket and ended up winning a share of a massive $168.5 million Powerball jackpot. His share came out to be around $5 million before taxes. What did he do with his winnings? He bought a new house for himself and his family, helped out his relatives, and even started his own construction business. James's story is a reminder that sometimes good things happen to good people. This next story is a heart-wrenching reminder that money can't shield you from tragedy. Andrew Jackson Whitaker Jr. was already a successful businessman when he won a staggering $314.9 million Powerball jackpot in 2002, making it the largest single-ticket win at the time. He seemed to have it all. But his win was followed by a series of unfortunate events that left him heartbroken. Whitaker's life took a tragic turn when his granddaughter, whom he was very close to, died of a drug overdose a few years after his win. He blamed himself and his fortune for her death, believing that the money had made her a target. Tragedy struck again when his daughter, the mother of his granddaughter, passed away a few years later. Whitaker's story is a tragic reminder that even with unimaginable wealth, life can be filled with unimaginable pain. Our final story is about a couple whose once fairy tale romance crumbled under the weight of their lottery win. Lara and Roger Griffiths were high school sweethearts who seemed to have it all when they won £1.8 million, about $2.76 million, on the UK National Lottery in 2005. They quit their jobs, bought a luxurious home, and travelled the world. But sadly, their newfound wealth put a strain on their relationship. They began to argue about money, and their once solid marriage started to crack under the pressure. In 2013, just 8 years after their big win, Lara and Roger announced their separation, proving that even love isn't always enough to withstand the challenges that sudden wealth can bring. So, there you have it, guys. 10 incredible stories of the craziest lottery wins and losses. We've seen how winning the lottery can be both a blessing and a curse, bringing joy, heartbreak, and everything in between. What did you guys think? Which story surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing content. Thanks for watching, and remember, whether you're a lottery winner or just chasing your dreams, life is full of surprises, so hold on tight and enjoy the ride.